The participant names a number between 1 and 52. The magician counts to that number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, where the magician reveals the 4 aces. I am Daniel Madison. This is the reigning force, and that was Counting Crows. The reigning force is a very powerful deceptive method for forcing the bottom playing card on any participant. No matter which number is named, no matter where the magician stops counting, he will always stop on the force card, the 9 of clubs. He can then keep complete control over that card by losing it into the deck. In that action, he controlled the force card, the 9 of clubs, to the top of the deck. This is one of the methods from my new book, Subterfuge. I'm Daniel Madison. This is the reigning force. I am Daniel Madison. Welcome back to this wonderful tutorial. Now, 2 things. Firstly, I'm in a new studio, so welcome to the Mad Cabin. Most of my videos, content, and lessons are going to be from in here from now on. As you can see, there's still a lot of work to do, but I'm going to do that gradually. So video by video, you're going to see new things turning up. And eventually this place will look like lovely, feel like a home, and become the actual madhouse. Secondly, I've released a new book just in time for Christmas. The book is called Subterfuge, and it's all of my lecture notes from the past 25 years, all pushed into one big book, 250-page book, containing how many tricks, Charlie? There's about 88 tricks in there, 5 chapters. The digital PDF version is free for the Malayans. You can also download it from my website. There's a link in this video description. The printed edition has just been approved by Amazon, so I'll leave a link to that as well. Yes, Charlie, it is on Amazon Prime, so people can get it the next day. You're right again, Charlie. Subterfuge is a wonderful Christmas stocking filler, or just normal stockings, depends what you're into. Next week, I'm going to be releasing 52 signed copies of Subterfuge, the special white cover edition, but that's just for the Malayans over at madison.ist. So this is the reigning force in the action of counting to a number, a named number in the deck, or just counting until your participant says stop. Whichever card you stop at, it will be guaranteed 100% the playing card that you want to force on your participant. Doesn't matter what number it is. But it's so much more than a force, because in the end, once you've successfully forced that playing card on the participant, when you remove the card from the deck, it's no longer the forced playing card. So do with that idea what you will, but at the end of this video, I am going to teach you a few different things that you can do with that situation. You're right, Charlie. So not only are you forcing any playing card on your participant, you're setting yourself up to control that playing card to any other revelation, and it can also lead you into a whole range of other tricks. Just wait for the helicopter to pass. Something quite menacing about drinking water from a coffee cup. I'm going to show you the mechanics right from the very beginning so you know exactly what's going on. It's important to know at this point, my force card is the 9 of clubs, and the 9 of clubs starts at the bottom of the deck. This opens up this wonderful idea of being able to hand the deck to the participant, have them shuffle to their heart's content, and when you take the deck back, I've actually palmed that 9 of clubs in a gambler's cup, Charlie. We couldn't get through a video without a gambler's cup. I've cocked away the 9 of clubs in my hand. I take the deck back and I load that 9 of clubs back to the bottom of the deck. So now I can go straight into the force with a deck that's just been shuffled by my participant. Now it helps if you have a slight break between the 9 of clubs and the rest of the deck. You can invite your participant to name a number between 1 and 52, or you can count the playing cards and invite the participant to call stop. Let's just stick to a number and let's go with 12. So we're going to count the cards in a very specific way. Notice how I'm holding the deck with my right hand from above. Got the break here on the 9 of clubs. My free hand is going to come over. My thumb is going to connect with the top card of the deck and peel it into this hand like this. And then continue. 2. Look what's happening as I'm counting. 3. This packet in this hand that's been created in the dealing hand, in my left hand, is that my left hand? In my left hand, when I go back to take a card from the top of the deck, the thumb goes on top, and these cards have to go underneath the deck to allow that to happen. So right now I've got 4 playing cards. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now when I go to the 12th card to pull it into this packet, I drop that bottom playing card to this pocket at the same time as peeling off this top card. So just to show you, the top card is actually the 3 of hearts in this position. The 9 of clubs is here. Now when I go take that 12th card, I drop that card, the 9 of clubs, to this pocket. So I've dropped it from here as I'm taking this. So my hand comes in, I drop as I take. Now I'm in a position where I have the force card underneath the 12th card. So from this position, this is the force card, and this is the 3 of hearts. This is a dud card. Now I'm going to backtrack a little bit to show you that at full speed. I'm going to put the 9 of clubs back at the bottom of the deck. I have my break, and I'll do the same thing, but we'll do a lower number to make this easier for ourselves. We'll do 9. So the 9 of clubs here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This card is a random card, but this card is the 9 of clubs, which I dropped from the bottom of the deck. As usual with Magic, with sleight of hand, if you rush, if you go too fast, you're just drawing unnecessary attention to the move, to the thing that you're trying to get away with. The same can be said for going too slow, so we want to find a steady pace somewhere towards slow. So I'll try and do this in a way that you're going to see that card drop, and I'll do it at a speed that I would perform this with. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now you'll see the 9 of clubs is here underneath the 2 of spades. So what do we do in this position? Well, one thing to notice is once you've taken that card, drop and take, you're in a position where the deck, the packet isn't exactly straight. Now you can straighten up, you can square while it's in the hand and hold on. I like the idea that the cards are quite spread out and quite relaxed. And my hand's quite relaxed because I want to be able to push the top 3 cards over, at least the top 3 cards like this. So then when I raise this, if I raise it now without doing anything, you can see this 9 of clubs is next to the ace of clubs. I don't want them to see this card. So when we're in this position, because I've pushed those cards over, when I raise up like this, I'm going to pull back that ace of clubs like this. And because there's so much motion, that's the ace of clubs, because there's so much motion, we can use that blur as shade. So if I do it without that move, ace of clubs, now with the move, 9 of clubs. Now from behind, as simple as this. So once we've counted and we've stopped in this position, so I've just counted and now this looks like that card number 12. If I just raise it, then I'm showing the wrong card. So I do the pullback move as I lift like this, and I can even use this hand. I can grab this card here and say, look, so you chose this card. From this position, you can leave it here in the deck depending on what you want to do with it. But the beautiful thing about this moment right now, so you chose this card, I won't look at it. Look, we're gonna put your card into the deck, lose it somewhere in the deck. And now I've just controlled the 9 of clubs to the top of the deck, because obviously the card that I put in the middle was the random card. And to quickly break that down, the 9 of clubs is back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've done the move. Here's the second move to show the 9. So this is the card that you stopped it, and look, I'm going to put it inside the deck. So that was the move, pushing that card back. So from here, I did the pullback as I showed the card. Now when I point to the card, touch the card, now when I go back down here, I push that card back, and now I can lose it into the deck. This looks like just a separate packet now, but the 9 of clubs is here. Now I can put all of this on top as we push that card in, and the 9 of clubs has been successfully controlled to the top of the deck. I mean, there's quite a few things that you can do with this, and I can't go over all of them. We'll be here for hours. But in this position, when we've got a card, King of Diamonds in this case, behind the 9 of clubs, when I show the 9 like this, now when I come back down, I can take that card, pass it to them to hold on to, and then not only can we do something with the forced 9 of clubs, some kind of revelation or something, we can also have a very wonderful magic moment where the card that they believe to be the 9 of clubs has changed into a random card. Now there's a discrepancy that I don't care about, and I've never cared about this discrepancy. I've never been called out or questioned on it once, because we're adding another playing card to that packet. The number that they name, if they were to name a number, is one more than that card. 9 of clubs is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've dropped that card here, so the 9 of clubs is here. Now we have 10 cards in this packet. Now because I've learned almost all of my lessons from the cold school of experience from being out there, I've never been called out on this once. Nobody's ever thought about or asked to count those cards, especially because at the end, once you've done the move and you've got rid of one of the cards, this packet gets lost in the deck anyway. So from my experience, it's never been in a position where somebody would want to or could even have the opportunity to count how many cards are there. Another note, at that point, instead of doing the drawback move, the pullback move, you don't actually have to do that, especially like I'm stood up right now because my desk hasn't arrived. It's coming in a few days, so I'll have a whole cool playing card set up here at the minute. But if I've got a surface, then I can get rid of packets, I can put packets down, I can put the selected playing card down. But another thing you can do instead of that drawback move, I can now just shift all these cards to the bottom and then double lift to show the 9 of clubs. I recently released a double lift masterclass for anybody who struggles with the double lift. The link to it is in the video description. As always, it's free for the Malayans. So if from this position we can just double lift and say, look, you chose the 9 of clubs. From here, I'm in another advantageous position because I can say, look, 9 of clubs, 9 of clubs. We'll lose it in the deck and we're in the same situation as before. Way ahead of ourselves, ready for another trick. Or from this position, I can give the deck to the participant. Know where to put my deck. Where can I put it? Stay. Now I've got 2 playing cards held as 1 and I can handle these freely as 1. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to lift up that top card and shift the bottom card into a gambler's cop so that I can take away the forced playing cards from the 9 of clubs and then do something with this playing card, another trick. I know, Charlie, it's a long video, but there's one powerful thing I want to end with. Now this is a trick called Counting Crows that takes advantage of the reigning force. It's from a book that I wrote many years ago with my late friend Randall Freeman. The book is Thoughts of a Madman and it's now a part of Devilry, which is also available from Amazon. I'll leave a link in the video description, free for the Malayans. So if you put all the aces at the bottom, shift one of them to the top, and then you can invite participants to name a number between 1 and 52, or you can just start counting until they say stop. So I've got three aces on the bottom, 1 on top. Let's use the number 9. In this case, I'm going to hold a break behind 2 aces. So I've got 2 aces held away from the deck slightly, and let's use the number 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then on the 9, I drop the 2 aces as I peel a random card on top. Now I get ready for a double on this packet with one hand, so I push everything over, pull everything back, allowing fingers 2 and 3 to make a break at the side, a side break like this. Now I'm going to feed those 2 cards halfway into this packet like this, and as I move this hand to the side, my thumb is going to push the top card over like this, and now I can just turn everything over to show 4 aces. So that is Counting Crows, and I'll run through the explanation, and you should be able to pick this up very quickly now that you know the reigning force. So an ace on top, 2 aces here with a break, and let's just use number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, drop those cards, line up, get ready for a double here as I move them into this deck, and then turn over like this, and we'll reveal all 4 aces. Now, slight discrepancy, this right here, this is 2 playing cards held together as 1, but because it's just a display of 4 of a kind of 4 playing cards, it really doesn't matter because we're just going to square up anyway and move into something else. But that is one of the wonderful things that you can do with the reigning force. Everything that I've mentioned in this video is linked in the description. For anybody who picks up Subterfuge, thanks from the bottom of my deal. Thanks. If you want a special edition signed printed copy of Subterfuge, head over to the Malayans. And right now there's a 50% discount on all of my books and masterclass videos, and my website, head over to madison.cards. So if you want to learn more tricks from Subterfuge and from my repertoire, stay close. I'm going to be offering so many more tutorials and lessons now that I'm in my new studio. So from the bottom of my something, thanks for spending this time with me. I'm Daniel Madison. See you next time.